I'm trying to take a nap. My book's so small, I feel like it's gonna be like this. Oh,
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio. Ohio Stadium just oozes tradition and history, and somehow the intensity is magnified when they turn on the lights to open another season for the Ohio State Buckeyes. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
They could put Ohio State and goddamn
SEC. Boy, these people know they funny as hell.
The Aggies ready to get this thing started and open the season. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25.
Boy, you only get to call a play 5 times. Oh, that's so 5, 6,
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Never was a problem for you.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. At the 35, he's open. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
And when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Second down now after the sack. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right.
No!
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
That's facts. That is facts. You ain't lying.
This game, we're going to
That is
target
so
our
true.
best player, and we're going to make sure
That's
that
a sick
he gets
nigga. He didn't
looks.
say it's a
Doesn't
sick
matter
shit
what the
before.
coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Questionable? Let's go further than questionable. Come on, we know your word. We'll talk about it in that group message.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Bulldozes him, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Oh, Jesus. Going.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Please.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Reed. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Getting some heat. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the run. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers later.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to ride this running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quick completion to the right. Open runway ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Defense showing blitz here. From the gun, the ground game. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced the tackle for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Reed. He finds his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Trying to get to it. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
At the 35, he's got room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. He's now up to 77 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum. And that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders. Defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed behind the line. It's Campbell. They get him down after he makes the catch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Throws to the back. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. Looking deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sinks it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.